cocaine just like she used to do. So I figured I would hook her up and make a buck or two. It's been almost 2 weeks now, I have not seen a dime. So I called her up this morning and she handed me this line. She said, "Boy, have you learned your lesson yet? Never do business with your family, you'll live to regret. Boy, don't you know this much, by God? Granny can't afford to smoke no rock." Have you learned your lesson yet? Never do business with your family, you'll live to regret. Boy, don't you know this much, by God? Granny can't afford to smoke no rock.
Slacking up the bases, coming through, motherfuckers. Oh, well, fuck you. Fuck me, oh no. With a drink in hand, you're fucking drunk, you'll go straight to jail, you know you will. So give 'em hell, you fucker, you. Grab your tickets and pack your bags. Grab your things, no time to lag. The fuck you say, hey, hey, just don't be gay. 'Cause we don't play that shit. Off, it's now or never, here we come. With a drink in hand, you're fucking drunk, you'll go straight to jail, you know you will. So give 'em hell, you fucker, you. Grab your tickets and pack your bags. Grab your things, no time to lag. The fuck you say, hey, hey, just don't be gay. 'Cause we don't play that shit. Hi-ho, hee-ho, let's all go. The smacking off is now or never, here we come. Hi-ho, hee-ho, let's all go. To smacking off, it's now or never, here we come. Ha-ho, hee-ho. Fuck you. Fuck me. Oh no. With a drink in hand, you fucking drunk, you'll go straight to jail, you know you will. So give 'em hell, you fucker, you. Grab your tickets and pack your bags. Grab your things, no time to lag. The fuck you say, hey, hey, just don't be gay. 'Cause we don't play that shit. Hi-ho, hee-ho, let's all go. The smacking off is now or never, here we come. Hi-ho, hee-ho, let's all go. Just smacking off, it's now or never, here we come. Hi-ho, hee-ho, let's all go to smacking off. It's now or never, here we come. A real pop smoker, good deal, well refined. You look like
that stuff blew your mind. So let me get right to the point. I don't flip with normal passive smoke, I breathe. Hey, pot smoker, smoke a little pot with me. Bouncing, bouncing, those donkey balls, looking for a place to land. Bouncing, left and bouncing right, looking for a stupid grin. Open your mouth, 'cause here they come. You're a dead man walking, 'cause they don't want you no more. Your coaching skills are suspect, and your wife's a street walking whore. Oh, bouncing, bouncing, bouncing right, looking for.
Those donkey balls are hanging low. Those donkey balls are not for show. Why wait, suck 'em dry, then go to the corner and cry. When the donkey balls come bouncing, there just ain't nowhere to hide. Grab 'em up and suck 'em dry. Now every time someone hears a loud thud, they think of those balls and their silly flood. They laugh with delight at that wild, bouncy night when donkeys and cows danced in the mud. Now every time someone hears a loud thud, they think of those balls and their silly flood. They laugh with delight at that wild, bouncy night when donkeys and cows danced in the mud. When donkeys and cows danced in the mud. Those donkey balls, they're hanging low. Those donkey balls, they're not for show. Why wait, suck 'em dry, then go to the corner and cry. When the donkey balls come bouncing, there just ain't nowhere to hide. Grab 'em up and suck 'em dry. Now every time someone hears a loud thud, they think of those balls and their silly flood. They laugh with delight at that wild, bouncy night when donkeys and cows danced in the mud. When the donkey balls come bouncing, there just ain't nowhere to hide. Grab 'em up and suck 'em dry.
This segment is a smacking of the podcast presentation.
Your team sucks, donkey balls, and it's such a sad story to tell. Your team sucks, something fierce, and your coach sucks as well. The football world is laughing, cause your team takes the cake. They're all making fun and laughing at your games.
Well, all right. Welcome back to this segment of Smacking Off the Podcast, the inaugural one for this year. Your team sucks donkey balls. And this week, Doug, I believe that we've got some candidates that truly match up to that.
We do. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, and we got a lot of people to help us.
And do we hear Doug?
Who?
Does Doug hear me?
I do.
So, in case Doug hasn't joined us yet, we're going to say that in this week's segment of Your Team Sucks Donkey Balls, right, we're looking at several incredible matchups. Right now, I got my producer, Doug Phillips. Hold on a second. I'm going to hit him up. All right, we're going to see whether or not I'm just sitting here running my mouth. That's what happens. I'm going to ask him, am I am the show? Because we might even be in the show, which is comical since this is somewhat comedy based in some people's opinion. It would be funny if the producer and our other guest didn't join us, because there's doors when you team sucks donkey balls that we have to present. Someone's like a game show or something like that. You know, behind door one, we have, right, and which at this point could be any of several teams. We can talk about the Ohio State Texas game. We can talk about the
Bama Florida game,
Alabama game at Tallahassee against Florida State. I mean, that's pretty special. I mean, there's all kinds of possibilities. And
can you hear me, Doug? Robbie, can you hear me?
wait a second.
This is Bruce.
Can you hear me?
I hear you, Nikki.
I can hear you, Bruce.
Can you all hear me? Can you all hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
This Ed is Eduardo.
How about me?
I can hear you, Doug.
I can hear
Okay.
you, Doug.
Yeah, I don't know what happened tonight. I mean, I could hear y'all from the beginning. So, Bob, can you hear me? All right, the government's fucking with us again.
You hear me?
I can hear you, Bob.
I thought I was on the show. I was sitting around my mouth in case it was only me.
You know what?
It was you for a while.
I could hear you, and I feel like that everybody else could, but I'm
yeah,
not
I can
positive.
hear you.
I'm not positive of that.
But I didn't hear you guys, so I thought there was something wrong. So I just bloviated in to sleep for a minute, and hopefully it worked out for the best.
Yeah, it was an eventful weekend, and I just want to go ahead and throw this out there. We could do a one-door show tonight, I guarantee you. And Bruce knows I'm correct, and Ed probably he agrees with me, but he probably won't admit it.
On what?
That we could do a one-door show tonight. We don't need 3 fucking doors.
The Texas Ohio game. I think that's a crucial one.
Well, we're going to have to throw some people in there that probably don't deserve to be there because nobody wants to do a one-door show, right?
I don't know if you can blame Sark as much, and as much as I hate Ohio State, you got to give Ryan Day some credit for pulling that off with 2 new coordinators.
I mean, you got to blame Sark a little bit though, because they were number 1, and this was their opportunity to really cement that. And I'm sorry, I mean, this is a relevant game, and I'm sorry, Clemson, they played their ass off, but they lost at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they suck donkey
Yeah.
balls.
We can't totally forget that they lost at home. And I'm not saying that Dabo's there, and I'm not saying Sark is there, but
against a coach that we love to pile on against.
Well,
that?
you know, I think
Dabo?
sometimes we give Dabo too much of a break.
I love Dabo. You know, he's from Tuscaloosa. I like that.
He's got a team that's stacked. They shouldn't have looked that shitty.
I agree with that 100%. I'm disappointed with them at home.
It wasn't the worst looking thing of the weekend, I promise you.
No.
Nowhere
near it.
You know, I know.
Oh.
Yeah, we have options. So we got at least 3 doors. Wouldn't everybody agree with that?
I agree.
Yeah, and let's go ahead and let's pull up some stuff that we probably would be talking about in a less eventful weekend. But Coach Prime.
Oh, Coach Prime really looked good.
He did.
He really looked good.
I mean, yeah, he lost at home.
But he looked healthy.
Georgia Tech was favored in that game, though, right?
Oh, yeah.
They were, but still, Colorado was at home. I still, even when somebody's favored like that on the road, I still expect the home team to win, especially when Primetime is your coach, right?
And wasn't there 3 fumbles by Georgia Tech in the first half?
Exactly, which lets us know that it could have got ugly. If Georgia Tech wasn't fucking sticking their thumb up their ass, this could have been bad.
Yeah,
but Prime looks healthy.
It's the team that can overcome their shortcomings and still pull it out. And it sure wasn't Colorado.
No.
There you go. And I like the UCLA Utah. I think that's a good one to reference there because they crushed them utterly.
Nico, I'm leaving.
I'm going to throw this out there too. Spencer Danielson. And I know that it's not official, but yeah, it is official. Boise State has removed themselves from making the playoffs this year.
Yes.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, Colorado State is not a bad team. Let me clue you in.
All right. Everybody heard that. Bruce is promoting Colorado State for the playoffs.
They showed me some stuff last night.
But are we sure that Boise State just doesn't really suck really, really bad? Because we have to play USF this weekend.
Do you think USF could be
that's an interesting game, and we're watching it, and it's on the Donkey Balls radar. I hate to tell you this.
Ka-ching. Absolutely, it's on the radar. But it may be on the radar for all the right reasons, you know.
Clemson Dane.
What's up, brothers?
Are you angry?
No.
Come on, Dane. Come on.
Come on, Dane. You've been rolling all week.
Man, I would be angry if I were surprised, but this is year 3 of what seems to be the same fucking shit. So
Touchdown Miami.
You know, I can't.
LSU's a good team. They stuck
really
to their
good
game
at
plan.
times.
I got to give them credit, and
never give them credit.
I don't know that we have a game plan.
Let's be honest.
We run the dirt raid, but we handed our running back the ball 5 times. That's not
good.
Let's be honest, though. We really don't know who's for real at this point. I mean, it looks everybody's like Clemson and LSU are both for real, and they probably are. And I still feel LSU's got a better chance of missing the playoffs than Clemson.
Yeah, and Georgia's rolling, Oregon's rolling.
So, they're rolling, but who have they played? I mean,
did you see Georgia's rolling? They played a team that had no players 3 months ago.
What's going on with Notre Dame right now?
They just tied it 7-7.
Damn good game.
Yep. Miami's offensive line guy looks really stout. I mean, they've got a hell of an offensive line. They might grind Notre Dame down a little bit.
I think it's 14-7 now.
Oh, Notre Dame or Miami?
Miami just scored.
Yeah, on a great catch.
Well, their offensive line. I've been watching it here, and they're
reviewing it.
Oh, and their offensive line appears to be dominating. It's sad for Sean. I guess that's why he picked Miami because it was a sentimental choice. You know that, Doug?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he just didn't want to jinx Notre Dame.
He always does that. He picks the opposite.
There you
I
go.
mean, not every time, but in games like this, because
A
let's
lot
face
of
it,
times he doesn't want to play the homer.
Miami has definitely been a thorn in Notre Dame's ass as of late.
And the ACC race right now looks real interesting. If Miami wins this game, Florida State won their game. Now the race for Florida is a huge deal for even for Florida. It washes over to the SEC in terms of Florida having to play them too. So the in-state Florida matchups just got a whole lot more interesting.
Yeah, Florida
We
is
don't
playing both of them
know
this year.
how good Florida State is yet, or whether they just threw everything into that game.
You have to though. I mean,
Well, I think they threw everything into that game, but they looked good.
Wow,
And
what a catch!
I don't ever praise Florida State.
I just saw that catch y'all were talking about. Holy shit!
It's just holy shit, Batman.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and throw out that Deshaun Foster's UCLA Bruins look like a fucking turd.
Yeah,
Well, they wish they had Jim. They wish they had what's his name back from Ohio State. The coach from Oregon,
Chip Kelly.
Chip Kelly. I'm sure they wish they had Chip back.
In any other particular week, this game would have probably got behind one of our doors.
UCLA is no longer an attractive job, and they just went and got somebody because he went to school there with no knowledge of whether he can coach.
No, this is on Nico.
Well, what did they give Kelly the?
No, they got blown out.
He changed somewhat the culture there at UCLA, rather than everyone being at the beach.
They suck
Their
donkey
defense
balls.
was terrible, and Utah is hardly an offensive juggernaut.
That's true, man. Ain't that what this is really about? Right? No matter how you slice it, they took a step backwards when they hired Sean Foster, obviously. So if you're saying it because it wasn't because he can't coach, well, as long as he can't judge talent, even I can tell you that Nico Alamaluma, or whatever his name is not any good. And that Tennessee won the day that he hit the dusty trail. So Deshaun Foster is saddled with this guy that couldn't play quarterback in the SEC. So now UCLA is in a situation where they're in the Big Ten. And motherfuckers going
Nico come out and lay an egg.
I see them to be bottom feeders this year. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
they're going to get ran over. They're going to crush teams like Michigan and Ohio State. They have offensive lines are just going to crush them utterly, Bruce. That's my prediction.
Yeah. UCLA is just.
Hey, where are they playing this Miami game at? Where is this? Are they in Hard Rock or is this a new stadium?
They're playing at Hard Rock.
Hard Rock, baby.
All right, y'all ready to open some doors?
Let's do it.
Welcome to the Sucky Club, the sucky, fuck me club, the worst of college football in the house.
Yep, and now we have Dabo Sweeney, who blew my prediction for the year, most likely that Clemson would win the Natty at home against LSU.
No, he didn't blow that prediction because it's one loss. I mean, we've got 12 spots. He didn't blow that yet. A couple years ago, yeah, probably, but not now.
Well,
Dane, we had to throw him in there. The game was too high profile. Clemson at home,
for sure, man. Dude,
when I threw him in there, was I thinking, this is going to piss Dane off a little bit? Yep, of course I was.
But this week they did.
They earned that shit.
I mean, Bama don't.
But I will say,
I don't have to worry
like
about talking about Bama tonight.
Improved.
What's that, Dave?
I feel like our defense is improved over last year.
Yeah, I agree, Dane. I
you
really
mean improved
do.
from last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
It
The
depends on how good
offense,
LSU
man,
is.
holy shit.
We're gonna have to watch. We gotta see. You know, I've
We
seen
got
this shit
some
before.
work to do.
I've seen shit before like this where two teams will play and everybody would be like, "These are two of the best teams in the country." By the time the end of the year rolls around, they both have 3 losses.
Right.
I've seen it happen, and Dane's seen it happen too. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah,
And we've
100%.
seen the ones that lose the first game of the season and then go on a run.
Yeah, it happens too all the time.
I've seen Clemson do it.
I've seen fire and I've seen rain. You know, stuff can happen though because Clemson, obviously they just couldn't produce offense, and that's a problem. And I agree with Dave that they didn't run the football enough. So really, you got to blame the play calling if you're a Clemson fan, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I
There's
don't
no-
know if Riley's gonna get if he doesn't get this shit straightened out. I mean, he typically, that seems to be the MO for this guy, is we start the season looking like fucking retards and then improve as the year goes. But
Well, I mean, it's just like I
this
said
is
before,
his
and
contract season, so he may not be retained. I don't know.
how much of a retard you look like really depends on how good LSU is.
Right.
Well, the
I mean,
question
they
Defense
have
is
a
very
game plan.
impressive.
is
They
Klubnik
played-
still. I'm still not sold on Klubnik. Sorry, guys.
You may be right.
It
Well,
don't
they
make you
didn't give
crazy.
you any reason to change that.
Well, no, he doesn't. He does. He doesn't. I don't know whether he has the latitude to change that, though. He
Right.
has the horse that he has. He's going to have to ride him.
Yep.
Right.
There you
I
go.
guess we'll find out as the season progresses, man.
I mean, I hate to move on, but I got a feeling that door number 1 is going to require some talking.
I'll agree with you.
Y'all ready to
I
open door
wonder
number
who
2,
it
guys?
is.
Let's
Y'all-
go.
Are y'all ready for door number 2?
You're smooching donkey balls, those wrinkled, hairy donkey balls. You know you do. You know
And Doug, I got to tell you, that's a fantastic song. It's just totally up to our high standards. But wow, guys,
I
13
missed
sucks.
it. Who was it?
Oh, you didn't hear the song? It was a Doug Phillips AI production, man. Of Your Team Sucks Donkey Ball.
No. Who was behind door number 2?
Oh, that was Sark.
It was Sark, man. You know why?
Yeah. We couldn't let them off the hook. I mean, Texas went in number 1. I get it. They were at Ohio State. I didn't think they would beat Ohio State there. I picked Ohio State. But
Right.
you're number 1. You're number 1. You're starting the season up.
I
You have a
called a
chance.
blowout.
Texas
right.
over Ohio State.
Yeah.
Now, here's why, Doug, that they belong on the Your Team Donkey Balls. Because of the fact that all this hype about Arch Manning, right? Arch Manning this, Arch Manning that. He was going to do this, he was going to do that. But he
That's
didn't do
that's one of the reasons I went with Ohio State, because all that fucking hype, it never comes to anything good.
They know. And their fans are rabid. They're ate up with silliness. You know what I'm saying? They're worse than the Boston Terrier in heat. You know what I'm saying? With the way they act. You know what I'm saying? And they just go on and on and on. You know, I can set records for running my mouth, but I can't even keep up with them. That's why I'm bothered with the Texas, with too many comments on the Texas fan, because it just takes so long to deal with all the idiots, right? So let them run their mouth a long time and fucking bloviate, and then they look like complete idiots because their team's some monkey balls.
Well, they lost. I will say they have lost a lot on defense, man. They're
Oh, yeah.
not the same defense they were last year at the end of the season. And
So, Bob, it sounded like you said monkey balls there for a second, and it just kind of hit me. Would the show be a bigger success if it was called Your Team Sucks Monkey Balls?
I don't know, man. I don't know if we get primate, it might get plumb freaky, but some people are into that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's a little too close to the human thing, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe. But and plus there were the overtones of it, right? I'm thinking World War II and anti-America propaganda of our enemies and stuff. put little glasses on him and buck teeth and stuff. You know,
Get the fuck out, Bob.
yeah, I never want to be accused of that. As you can see from my shirt, I'm honestly love all humanity, especially if they're as stoned as I am, right? But in this case, Sark did suck donkey balls, right? He rode the horse known as Archman and into the horseshoe. The farrier didn't help him none. They got whooped. The Buckeyes can crow and Alex Bride and all that. And I'm sure they'll probably be number one on Monday. I mean, I don't know. What's that?
They should be. I mean, I can't.
Yeah.
Who else you going to put there?
Who
Can't
was
think of-
two?
Florida State. Sorry, guys, had to do it.
Well, but here's the other thing. You can also say this isn't just about yesterday, because Texas hasn't been winning the games that can go either way for now 2 years.
I agree with that.
You know what, Ed? I've been watching them all my life, and it's been going on longer than that.
That goes back to Darrell Royals, except for a brief period under Mac Brown, in my opinion.
Well, but going back before Sark, I don't know if the same thing applies, because they just weren't that good anyway.
But they had the talent, the money. So here's why they're so interesting as a donkey balls candidate, right? Throughout the season, is that the amount of resources applied to being successful versus the actual results, right? It's comical and ludicrous, you know. And I mean, you compare the state of Alabama, for example's GDP to Texas's, right? And so on and so forth. I'm sure Alabama spends plenty of money, but just the staggering amounts of resources is put behind this, and then in this case, hype makes them a great candidate for your team sucks donkey ball.
Yeah, I totally agree. All right, so I mean, I hate to go to door number one this quick, but there probably is a little bit of talking to do here.
Yeah, because we're gonna predict the future.
Yeah, the future. Whew.
Future.
Y'all ready to do this?
Let's do this.
God damn it.
Those donkey balls are hanging low. Those donkey balls are not for show. Why wait? Suck 'em dry. Then go to the corner and cry. When the donkey balls come bouncing, there just ain't nowhere to hide. Grab 'em up and suck 'em dry.
And this week, if you're an Alabama fan, your team sucks donkey balls. God damn it, Ed, it's all your fault.
But this is the most serious suck since DeBoer arrived. We've got serious shit going down. I've never seen the fan base go into buyout mode this quick.
And you know why, Doug? It's because it was obvious in this that Alabama is no longer faster and more physical than the other team it plays, right? Even in the worst. That's what I really see.
Well,
what's that?
And Bruce may be able to back me up on this, but I'm hearing that he never sold his house in Washington.
Nope, it's still there, still on the market.
Oh, so he is.
But he will never be wanted back in Washington. He burned that fucking bridge. That's done.
No, Ed. We're sending him back. Can y'all pay the buyout?
No.
Can y'all pay this buyout, Ed? I mean, Bruce.
And I was really shocked that his coordinator didn't help him out more than what he did. Grubb kind of, I don't know. He didn't show up either. So
this QB he's not it. I mean, I didn't see it. Did y'all?
And maybe he's not the one to handle that offense.
Exactly.
I mean, I wasn't thrilled with how his inefficiency and his every once in a while he would pop one off and try running, and even then he got cornered. So
he didn't seem to make good decisions.
Yeah.
Bruce, and that's what I see. Is he just didn't look like he was somebody's going to make the plays you needed. Everything had to be laid out exactly right in terms of play calling and pre-snap read for anything to work for him. So I'm with you, Doug. He's not. Yeah, he's not the.
But he did take some punishment, though. He got his dick knocked in the dirt a couple of times. But that line was on him like flies on shit, and that poor kid couldn't move.
And they really couldn't run the football, and I don't know that they gave enough. I don't know if they gave enough time to the running game anyway. And if they did, I don't know if they had the line to grind them down. And that's why what I seen when I said they weren't as physical as they just wasn't pushing guys around on the line. I didn't see that. And you expect it of a top tier SEC team because that's what the SEC is really about. People used to talk about the weight. Now, we had all this for a long time. We had some very exciting air-based football, and teams are still airing it out deep, running 4 and 5 wide receivers. That's not over. But now the emphasis is so important on the run game so that you can use deception and you can wear down the other team. And some teams are just punishing you with the run game, like Michigan and Penn State's been known to do the last couple of years. And in the SEC, that happened for a long time. But if you can't stay on the field, you can't make the other team tired. And Alabama, whether it was through the run, improvised run, the called quarterback run, the short pass, and the deep pass seemed to be out of the question for them because they weren't beating their guys. So I don't know where they go, Doug.
So I think the problems are much deeper than people realize. I think a lot of what shielded that is all the hype, and I don't know where the hype came from. I think it's just because Saban left. This guy comes in. Sorry, this guy, meaning DeBoer, comes in. He almost gets in the playoffs last year, though I doubt very seriously that this team deserved even to be considered at that point. And I think a lot of it was still riding on the inertia of the Saban years.
I will say this, Doug, is that what I saw yesterday from other teams, that transfer portal really hurt Alabama, because I saw a ton of athletes on other teams do very well yesterday that were there at Bama and they're no longer there. That talent is gone. And
yeah, thank you for Justice Haynes. Jeez, he went off.
There was the kid, Florida. The kid from running back from Florida was a Bama player. So you just saw that. I saw that in a couple other games where those athletes, big tackle, was at Bama. So that talent is diminishing.
Oh, I'll tell you what, the NIL is really bouncing teams out, and it's obvious you was talking about earlier, Bruce, that we watched other teams that had got players in the portal that had helped them, and really in Alabama's case, that if you put the weight of the scales on it, their losses in the portal were not outweighed by recruiting or new players coming in.
Yeah.
So it's
trust that quarterback. That was the main one. That was really highly disappointing.
That makes me wonder. What's that?
My mind tells me that DeBoer finishes out this year, and he does next year as well because of the $70 million buyout.
I assume it goes down a lot as every year that goes by.
But I'm starting to hear a lot of chatter that it may not go that way, that he may get bought out this year.
Good.
They're going to be watching close. I can tell you right now, the team that I seen yesterday, and if this is the team we're going to see all year round, this team is probably going to win about 5 games.
Good, that's great.
If they
win, you don't think he'll make it to the 6th game?
No. No, I think he'll make it all the way through the year. I don't think they'll fire him before the end of the year. But what I'm saying is they won't win 5 games out of all that's on their schedule.
Now, is Alabama tyrannical enough to where they might find something on him just so they don't have to pay the buyout?
I don't think they will. I think they'll.
I don't think he's dirty anyway.
No, I don't either. I mean, they're going to have to pony up. They could have got him for. I think they could have got him for a $50 million buyout. That would have saved them $20 million. But it's 70.
They could let him up with a 19-year-old co-ed that's not his wife. I mean, that's one way it's done, you know.
That's how Auburn handles that shit, not Bama.
That's right. Alabama's so legit they can't quit.
That's a ton of money, man. 70. What is $70 million, Doug?
It is, and then you do that, man. and then you have to pony up to try to get somebody else in. Which, let's just face it, who are you going to replace this guy with? There's nobody that just jumps out at you that don't have a job.
Good point, Doug.
No, it is, and I mean, I think they're gonna. If they do this, they're gonna have to lowball. They're gonna have to just give somebody a chance that don't have a head coach's job, so that it won't cost them very much. Because there's some great coaches out there, but none of them are leaving where they're at.
I was really shocked that Bama gave him that much money. I was shocked.
That's the power of Jimmy Sexton. Jimmy Sexton can pull those kind of deals out, but
because
aren't those buyouts usually payable over time?
They are.
Okay.
I mean, Bama can pony it up. I guarantee you, Bama can pay it right now.
Oh, they got some money. Yeah.
But the problem is, well, it's not a problem. It's just expensive. That you got to pay $70 million to get him out, and then if you're going for a big name coach, and I don't know who the hell it would be,
Scaglietti, Indiana.
I guess it's Dabo, isn't it, Clemson? Dane.
I guess so. Yeah.
You
definitely make that phone call
about the Indiana coach, because the Indiana coach would walk into Tuscaloosa talking shit.
Oh man, that dude is. Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I mentioned him, because as we're smacking off the podcast, we like smack talkers, and he can certainly lay the smack down. The question is whether or not he'd back it up, you know. And
no, I don't want him. I want Ed.
Ed, okay.
Ed, you want the job?
Yeah.
You do, don't you, Ed?
He needs it.
But if he, I don't even think he's got to make the playoff again. If Indiana goes 9-3, his doorbell's going to be ringing.
Yeah, because they'll know it wasn't a fluke then, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to see replace Stoops at Kentucky, I'll tell you that.
But that's a lateral move, isn't it?
No, I mean it is in terms. It is in some. No. The reason Kentucky's not the worst college football team of all time is because Indiana is, right. So it's an upward moving way you look at it, right.
Well, tell me, do you think Indiana's that coach is that good?
I think he's good enough to bring interest to the program and to get the Saturday big network games at Kentucky, and similar in the way that Hal Mummy did. I don't know if y'all remember the Hal Mummy era. People watched the games just because they were entertained, and nobody ever really believed that Kentucky was going to beat teams, even though they did have some great upsets. But it was exciting football, and they always had a chance because they would go for it on fourth down in stupid situations, on and on and on. And they had Tim Couch when he was
Nettie has won everywhere he's ever been, and
you Google that guy, he wins.
He expects to win.
Exactly.
Before game one at Indiana, he said, "I win. Google me." I mean, he's gonna say what's
somebody's
on his mind.
pussy and screaming. Y'all hear that shit?
No, there's a stray cat that just walked here into the arboretum, right where I'm having the show, and I can't get rid of him. I've never seen him before, and there's a big bag of food here, but I'm not leaving the show. But I'm tired of listening to you.
Hey, Bob, he just moved in, didn't he?
No, because what he don't know is that my Boston Terriers are going to be let out to do their potties, and that stray cats is their passion. You know what I'm saying? All three of them, right? I've got 2 males and a female, and it's getting ready to be on, right? There's going to be a chase of monumental proportions here in about 10 minutes. Meow his ass.
Well,
Yeah. Here, let's see if I can cheer up.
he's got a lot of opinions here, Bob.
So I tried to grab him, and he run plumb off. But he come back and put his hand in the door. He might have wanted Levis, but see, there's a bag of food, of 50 pounds of cat food, like $3.50, and I'm sure he's sweating it, right? But anyway, the Boston Terriers going to have their way with him. You know, it's going to look, you know, it's going to be pretty ugly.
Well, shit the bed, Bob.
Now, Doug, what's the possibility of recovery for Alabama in this situation? What's the possibility?
I don't know, Bob. Do they have another quarterback?
No, but you can simplify. You got some talent on the team. Obviously, they don't want to. They want to keep the offense out there a whole lot longer than what they have, since the defense ain't great.
Can I ask a question?
What's that?
What do you mean by recovery? I mean, go ahead and give me your definition of recovery for Alabama at this point.
Actually, I'm talking about recovery of the program. I mean, really, it's
let's just focus on this year.
Okay.
What is a recovery for you?
10-2.
10-2. No, it's not. That's not happening.
That's because their schedule's brutal. Everybody's schedule's brutal now.
I mean, I don't. I don't even if their schedule wasn't brutal, I couldn't see them winning 10 games.
Auburn might have a chance of beating them. I know nobody wants to hear us, but I watched some of the Auburn game and I'm like, what?
And the quarterback looks good. We don't know how good Baylor is, but I mean, it's a good way to get started.
Yeah,
and Gabe would be here to talk to us about that if he actually showed up to the fucking show like he was supposed to be here.
Well, I know I canceled the overnight biking trip just because I was in anticipation of Gabe joining us. I'm so sad about that.
Well, I mean, I think he may show up at some point. I don't know.
Well, what about Sean Galooly? I mean, he talked all that smack. Shouldn't he join the show?
Sean Galooly is never coming on a podcast. I promise you.
Oh yeah, his dick.
I've been trying to get him on for like 8 years.
So, have you ever heard him speak?
No, but I've seen what he types, and I'm
well,
sure
I had to ask that.
Better.
I had to ask that because, was he going to be Bobby the Brain Heenan, or was he going to be like Eeyore? You know what I'm saying?
Which Eeyore? Are you talking about the one from Young Frankenstein? Sorry, his name was. What was his name? No, it was Igor.
Igor, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, if he sounds like the dude from Young Frankenstein, that'd be a plus for the show, I think.
Oh yeah, so we have to bring that on. I mean, even if they fail, Doug, we can make light of it, and therefore it's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, as far as Auburn goes, we'll know a lot more. I mean, once they get into conference play, going over and beating Baylor, I've seen shit like that out of Auburn before. I believe they beat.
It's a good win, though.
I mean, it is. It depends on how good Baylor is, and I think that some people had Baylor picked to win the conference, the 12. Not, I don't think that was consensus, but
Phil Steele picked them. I mean, the 16 starters back, and they have a good coach, even though they were down last year.
I mean, it's a good win, even if they're not being picked to win the conference. To go over to Waco and to beat them. I mean, you can't. There's no way to spin this negatively at this point. But it's just like any SEC school. You don't really know what's going on until we get into conference play, I think.
Oh yeah, but the SEC's loaded. I mean, even though Texas lost, they've still got a lot of players. Ole Miss ain't bad. Georgia's going to be tough, even if they're not up to former standards. And then you're looking at Auburn. They might at least be respectable and maybe better. So I mean, it's just, and even little teams like Vanderbilt and LSU may be better. We don't know. Like you said, the first game of the year, we don't know if Clemson is bad or is LSU much improved. But anyway it goes, Alabama's playing a bunch of them teams, and they've got to get through that schedule.
Anybody? Does anybody have time to pull up Bama's schedule real quick?
Sure, I do. Let's check it out. We do.
I mean, I know what's this weekend. It's Louisiana Monroe, and I'm sure Bama wins the game.
Here we go. Alabama's schedule. So let's just spell the whole list out. So here we go. And so we're at Louisiana Monroe is at Alabama this weekend.
All right, there'll be 1-1.
Yep. Then you got Wisconsin is at Alabama on the 13th at noon.
That's a toss up. I don't know how good Wisconsin is, but Bama is definitely capable of losing to Wisconsin at home.
I don't think they'll lose at home, but it could be competitive.
Yeah, I mean it's not. I call it a toss up. I think I'll probably pick Bama by that point, but that doesn't mean that Bama's going to win. But let's just, for argument's sake, say 2-1.
All right, then we got on the 27th, we've got Alabama at Georgia.
Alabama loses.
Then on the 4th, and then on the 4th, we have Vanderbilt, Alabama.
Vanderbilt coming to Tuscaloosa?
Yeah. Yes.
Bama will win.
All right, then we got Alabama at Missouri on the 11th.
Bama goes down at Missouri.
Look, yeah, they're at Missouri. You like to deal with to Georgia.
Yep, definitely going down at Missouri.
Going down to Missouri, goodness. And then,
I don't know about that. That's a toss-up.
I don't know. I can't see this team going on the road and beating a competent team in their own stadium.
Then we got Tennessee at Alabama on October. Is that the third weekend in October?
Should be, yeah. Tennessee wins.
Oh, goodness. And then we got Alabama at South Carolina the following week.
I'd have to see South Carolina. I haven't watched them yet. I mean, I know they were pretty good last year. They're getting picked in the top 15 right now. Yeah, I'd have to go with Carolina in Columbia.
Get out of here, dude.
No, I'd have to go with Carolina.
This is overreaction Sunday.
No, I'm telling you, this team, unless something changes, I don't see it. Now, why wouldn't they have been ready for the first game of the year going into Tallahassee, first trip ever?
I think maybe they just took them boys lightly.
No, they didn't take them lightly. They were running their mouth. Florida State was running their mouth the whole offseason. There's no fucking way they took them lightly.
Goodness. And South Carolina
is a superior team to Alabama. I'm telling you.
Damn it. Hey, so has the transfer portal, has he actually made them jail Norvell at Florida State, all those transfer players? Would y'all say that they were? Would y'all say they were an efficient unit and they looked ready?
Hey, they looked the part, man. They look like they're back. But
so, are you asking?
I think maybe Alabama just had a bad game, man.
Yeah. So
I don't know that Florida defense. They look primed and ready.
Florida State.
They came to play.
Okay, so we were talking about Alabama, but as far as what Florida State will end up doing, I don't think it's a great Florida State team. I mean, I think Florida State will end up with 4 or 5 losses.
There you go. I can see that.
That's my opinion. I don't think that it's going to end up where Alabama's a really good team and shit, Florida State was just that good. I don't think that's what.
Clemson's got to beat them just to stay in the race. So I guarantee they're going to lose at least one. And then Miami's offensive line is looking pretty strong. I'd look out for that. And does Florida State play Notre Dame this year?
No.
Well, you're going to say they, even though their defense doesn't look as strong as it was, it's pretty good. Notre Dame looks strong on their offensive line too, though they made some key mistakes in the game. But it's going to be a tough ACC, probably competitive, but we're not going to give them no credit because we don't. All right, so what do you think about LSU at Alabama on November the 8th, Doug?
Give me LSU.
Goodness.
I've got to see something out of Alabama at this point that looks totally different than what I seen yesterday. Until then, and right now, with what my impression is, this is how I feel.
So that the next game.
Now, if Bama goes over and beats Georgia or some shit like that, which I do not see happening, then I'll definitely recalibrate. But right now, I don't see any reason to recalibrate anything.
The only question I have, Doug, is that teams that have the ability to make mistakes, okay, and overcome those mistakes. That's the question I have with Bama. Do they have the ability to overcome whatever comes their way and the faux pas they make, whatever, and still come back and win?
That's why I'm finally impressed with Ryan Day, because he proved he could do that last year. So that's a good point there, Bruce.
You know, and that's the question I have with Bama. We can make mistakes, but we're not going to hurt ourselves if we do make that one mistake.
There you go. So
LSU at Bama, I'm going with LSU. What else you got?
So the next week's really interesting to me now that I've seen Alabama, and I don't know that they're going to score a lot of points against Oklahoma, even though Oklahoma's at Alabama. So that game has some red flags for me. If Oklahoma just improves a little bit on offense, they might could win that game, Doug, in my opinion.
I call that one. I feel about that one and kind of like I feel about Alabama, Wisconsin. I think it's a toss-up. I'm not sold on Oklahoma yet either, and I'm still. I mean, even the way the game went last year, Bama they went up there, they turned the fucking ball over, couldn't run the ball,
threw it away.
You can't win like that.
I agree.
But yeah, no, I mean, I would give Bama a better chance of beating Oklahoma than LSU or Tennessee or Georgia.
I can see that.
Especially being at home.
The next game, though, is a powerhouse matchup for the ages, right? It's one that's like so monumental that I'm sure it's going to be the 9 o'clock game, you know, so the whole 8:30 games so the whole country get it. And that's Eastern Illinois at Alabama. Now, shout out to Sean Devine, Eastern Illinois.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Eastern Illinois on this one.
Get out of here.
Because they're going to score on the first drive. We know they are.
Give a little bit of love.
I'm giving a little love. They're going to score on the first drive, and it's going to feel like a fucking win for them.
There you go.
Bama wins that one easily.
All right, and the actual monumental matchup. This game may really matter this year. I don't know if Auburn and Alabama may be close enough in the win column that one can affect the other in terms of bowl eligibility or something of that nature. So there may be something at stake for Alabama at Auburn. What do you think about Alabama at Auburn to close the season, Dave?
From what I've seen right now, without seeing anything else, what I've seen in the first 2 weeks of the college football season, Alabama is not going to Auburn and winning.
Goodness. That's special.
Now, can that change? Can that change? Can my perception change? Of course. But I'm going to have to see something totally different than what I saw on Saturday.
Hallelujah. And wow. Auburn can move the football some. They showed some power. I thought the defense.
How many losses How many losses did I peg Alabama with there?
So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 losses. So we're talking about the.
Are you counting Florida State?
Oh yeah, that's 7. So you're right. It's 5 and 7.
That's a lot of losses. I'm going to say they'll grab maybe one of those that I picked them to lose. So you're looking.
If they win the Iron Bowl, it may save DeBoer for 10 seconds.
I don't think the Iron Bowl can save DeBoer.
At least get him to the press conference. You know what I'm saying? So he can make it to his car.
I think that the only way that he is.
That was a good one, Bob.
He's got to get to the playoffs.
Hallelujah. You know what I'm saying? Hallelujah. And you know, that's what, it'd be a true Rambo move because he'd have to run faster and dig a deeper hole than any human being that ever lived, you know? So that's where he's at. If they go 5 and 7, DeBoer's in a deep hole, and they may shake him Alabama. They may spend that money. That's my opinion.
I hate to say this, but I think Lincoln Riley has has built a team that's maybe this quarter that might not. It might save his career at USC because.
Really?
Oh yeah, they looked good last night. I watched them.
Who'd they play?
Nobody.
Nobody. What I'm saying is that team looked better than they did last year.
Hey,
But you can't tell.
And for him,
what was it, Missouri State or something?
It was the University of Norfolk teacher from Bowling Mountain.
Bruce, jump on to the SEC network this coming up Saturday and watch Alabama versus Louisiana Monroe, and you'll see the same thing. Alabama, it'll be like, wow, this Bama team's looking pretty good.
Kentucky beat Toledo.
Well, if Lincoln doesn't, he's gone. We all know that.
How good is Toledo, Bob?
They'll probably win the MAC, but they shouldn't have a chance because Kentucky, the fact that they were competitive, does not.
Are you surprised that they beat Toledo? Did you think Toledo was going to beat Kentucky?
Yes.
Damn, Bob.
Yeah, that's how bad things are. Or somehow Kentucky thinks that Division II players and other lower tier leagues, by paying them NIL and bring them to Kentucky, is going to deliver the goods in the SEC. And I just don't know how that's possible. I think it's going to be ugly. They could be 2-9, 3-9, 2-10. It could be awful. I don't know if they'll win a single SEC game.
All right, so Gabe, if you end up tuning in, we didn't give Auburn any props. Going to fucking Baylor didn't mean shit. Auburn's fucked. Bama's going to whoop their ass at the end of the year. And that's what I said, right?
That's right. That was from Gabe, right? But we're gonna bend you over Auburn because the fact that's just what should be. So we hope for that now that we talked all this smack. So this guy didn't join us. They had me all excited, right? They was going to join us.
So let's think about next week. I mean, there's some shitty games next week. We may have a hard time putting a show together next week, Bob.
Nah, we didn't have a hard time. We can talk about how much the game sucks.
Nah, somebody will go down to somebody that shouldn't go down to, won't they?
What, UW losing to UC Davis?
Yes. How about that? That'd be interesting. How about
that would be damn interesting.
Baylor could beat SMU. That could be interesting. Iowa and Iowa State is interesting, and then we got. I don't know that Grambling State and Ohio State's going to be quite much of a matchup, but it has its own significance. Oklahoma State and Oregon has possibilities, and believe it or not, what's that?
I've got a few circled here too that I went ahead and did on the weather map for the promo for next week. I threw up on the in the group earlier. South Florida at Florida is an interesting game because South Florida looked pretty fucking good, did they not?
Yeah, they did. Did we lose Nikki? Because I wish she was here to talk about that.
She dropped out earlier. She talked some in the chat after that. I don't know.
But Byron Brown's a pretty good quarterback. But and we obviously losing Genty for Boise State hurt more than we even thought. But they held Boise State to 7 points, and that's pretty impressive defense.
We've got Baylor and SMU. With SMU, still, I guess, in the playoff hunt. So that could be an interesting game, and that could give us some material. I heard Michigan was traveling to Oklahoma. Ed.
Yep.
How you feel about that?
I mean those are two blue blood programs. So the loser is. Definitely, the losing coach has a good shot at making this.
So I'm gonna pick my guy, but we will need to play better on defense than we did yesterday.
Goodness. Now, guys, Kentucky beat Ole Miss at Ole Miss last year. That's interesting.
So that's going to be in Lexington.
Yes. Which Ole Miss might have more fans than we do, so I don't know how much that's going to help us.
Well, I mean, obviously, if Ole Miss goes up and wins, then we've got nothing. But if
But it's
Kentucky
gonna be
beats Ole
chilly.
Miss,
No, guys. What's that?
if Kentucky beats Ole Miss, then the Lane Train may have their own fucking door.
Oh yeah, on the donkey balls. And it's interesting because the weather's chilly right here way earlier than it should be. And Commonwealth Stadium, when it's chilly, is awful in there. The wind runs right through it. It's a concrete tomb similar to the old Riverfront Stadium, and it's cold in that mug. I'm here to tell you. And they may freeze Ole Miss out of the game, literally. In the first week of thinking September. But anyway, it's chilly right now. It's like 50. It should be like 70, 75 degrees right now this time of night, and like 90 of the day. These are the dog days. And
Fuck that, man. Give me 50s at night, man.
Oh yeah,
that cools the house off, and then your air conditioner don't have to do it the next day, right?
I like it when it's like that.
We've also got Iowa and Iowa State.
That's a huge game, in my opinion, for Iowa State.
It's definitely one that, if Iowa State goes down, surely we're going to be talking about. Is Matt Campbell still there?
Yes, and they just beat Kansas State last week.
Mm-hmm.
That was a big game, and we picked Iowa State, even though others, the media, had not.
And I guess if Iowa loses the game, then with as many shitty games as we've got next week, we could be talking about Iowa as well.
Now, is Mac Brooks too famous now to join us to talk about that game?
Probably not. We invite her on. She likes to come on.
That's what we need to do. We need to invite the back truck on and talk about this game since it's special. And she's a long-time contributor to the show, so we'll try to get that done.
All right. Has anybody got anything to add? So
Yeah.
I got something to add. Hold on. Let me add this before I forget. So yeah, Kalen's definitely coming back to Washington. Bruce. That's why he kept his house up there.
No.
He priced everybody out of the market. Nobody will buy the house. He didn't want anybody to buy the house.
No.
Hey, y'all pay half the buyout, and y'all can have them right now.
I don't know why I should feel the way I do about DeBoer.
Look, you
as
tell
bad
me
as he did us and screwed us and fucked us.
y'all pay half the buyout. If y'all agree to that, I will call Beeman, and Beeman will call somebody he knows, and we'll get this shit done.
Beeman can get
We're
it.
not going back to Washington, though. They got a good coach.
Fish. We got a good running back. Jonah Coleman last night went 177, and he's a fucking monster. So yeah, even though he's 5'11".
What was the final score? I fell asleep. It was 35-21.
38-21.
Hell yeah. We like it. It's exciting and new. Like the love.
Well, there again. It depends upon how you want to look at it.
Yeah.
The glass half full or the glass half empty.
There you go. I'm always an optimist. I'm a Kentucky fan. Suffering can go on a long time. Oh, yeah. One more thing, though. Buy merchandise. Like, share, right? Comment. Do all those things.
Go Noles. God bless them.
Go Noles.
Your team sucks, donkey ball. Your team sucks, donkey ball. You're probably getting fired before the season's end. They even lose your wife and your asshole friend.
Your Team Sucks Donkey Balls is a presentation of Smacking Off the podcast. Stream in every week for another victim as we kick them while they are down.